Diamonds and gents, this is Miss Trey that Jim, and you are watching Gem Spot TV. What's going on, everybody? I'm gonna be on here from a message that I got about what are my views concerning the Duck Dynasty thing and Mob Wives review. While I'm on here, I might as well go do the Mob Wives review from episode 3. Disclaimer. These are my views. This is my opinion, and that's just what it is. I'm not going to sugarcoat how I feel. I never do. And when I'm asked my opinion, I always, say it like I mean it. So, now, I was kind of like, I really didn't know what was going on, honestly, with that, because I don't watch Duck Dynasty. I don't watch Duck Dynasty. But I'm not saying that it's a good or a bad show. I just don't watch it. I mean, A&E, I don't watch A&E. I think, remember when Dog was on A&E? And he said nigga? And he to a black man, he was, I guess, arrested or in custody or whatever, because he was like a bounty hunter. And I think it took them a long time before they canceled Dog. But Dog got picked. No, I take that back. Dog was on Logo or some other little channel, but I think A&E ended up picking up Dog. So that's when I stopped watching now, because I was like, okay, now he get dropped from another network, y'all pick him up. Oh, okay. So I don't watch A&E. Okay, let me just put that out there. So quite frankly, I'm in shock that A&E has cut dude from Dog Dynasty because of his views and his opinion. Now let me say this to the LGBT community, okay? We have what is called, every American, including y'all, have what is called the First Amendment right, freedom of speech. You get to say whatever it is you want to say, baby. And that's just the reality of the thing. And you don't hear, because he just didn't talk. From my understanding, his GQ interview, he just didn't talk about men sleeping with men and women sleeping with women. He talked about people having sex all willy-nilly and they married adulterers, and he talked about the fornicators too, those that's having sex outside of marriage. Now, you don't hear the fornicators and the adulterers getting all up in my man's face about his views or his opinion. So what's the issue? I mean, this new age of the LGBT community, y'all getting kind of soft. Y'all used to be able to roll with the punches and let a mug know, look, we don't like you either, and keep it pushing. Now all this kicking people off TV, you all are bullying us, it's this, is that, is that. We are in a society where folks is just getting soft. People can't say what they want to say no more. You gonna say it the way it is, and that's what it is. And my thing is this: everybody views is not liberal when it comes to homosexuality, when it comes to fornication, when it comes to adultery. And I'm gonna just put it out there, I have a conservative view when it comes to those things as well. Now, I'm gonna say this: I love the person. I love the person, but that don't mean I got to agree with your sin. Just like my mama used to tell me, I love you dearly, but I don't agree with everything that you say or that you do. That don't make you right, that don't make you wrong, and that don't make me not love you. And that's the thing we got to do as people. Everybody, you will have a difference of opinion. You will have a difference of what your morality level is. That don't take away from nobody else's opinion, nobody else's how they live their life, and that's just what it is. And I'm going to say this: if you want to control everything around you and everybody else's views, opinions, and what they think is right morally or wrong morally in other people's lives, then baby, you're going to live a lonely life anyway. And that's just what it is. You can't control everything around you. Now, you absolutely can agree to disagree with the person and still love them and be, because I'm going to say this, and I notice this so much in the Christian community, and it's just what it is. Most people, if you don't do it the way I want you to do it, say it the way I want you to say it, dress the way I want you to dress, I don't want to be your friend no more, I don't like you, I don't want to talk to you. That's foolishness. I mean, that's juvenile and elementary, and that's foolishness. you don't want to talk to a person because you disagree with something they do or say or how they. No, I don't do that. I don't agree with everything every preacher say out their mouth, but I still love the fact, and I'm gonna say this is a pioneer in the movement, that I didn't agree with a teaching that he put out there in the apostolic and prophetic movement when it comes to the church. I didn't agree with a teaching that he put out there, but I still loved him because he pioneered a movement. You understand what I'm saying? So you got to know when to take it in and when to throw it away. And that's all I'm saying. Or like they say, eat the meat off that bone but throw the bone away. You know what I mean? Take the baby out the bath water, but let the dirty water out. That's all I'm saying. And that's just what it is at this point. And then that's what prayer is for. Allow God to deal with people's hearts. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to this foolishness, A&E, you out of order. You totally wrong for that. For putting that man off that show for his view. That's his opinion. And when you put up there, you put that disclaimer up there, this is not the views of A&E, then that's what it should have stuck to kicking that man off the show because he don't agree with homosexuality and he don't agree with adulterers or fornicators. Oh, that's not why y'all kicked him off. Y'all kicked him off for the latter. And that's just what it is. Or you was afraid of the backlash that will come from the LGBT community, so you kicked this man up off the show. No, you should have allowed him. This is the thing. I'm going to say this. You have every right. Anybody in America have every right to say whatever it is you want to say. But don't get mad when the backlash come and you don't like it. That's the issue that I have. People say something, but then they have an issue with the backlash that come their way because of what they say or what their views are. The platform that he sit on is a national one. Now, A&E, you should allow him to get his own backlash and deal with it however he wants to deal with it. That's not going to change his views. And that's just, it is what it is at this point. And that's my feeling about the Duck Dynasty thing. I absolutely stand behind the fact that he said it like he meant it. And he been saying it since 2004. It ain't no secret. The man been out there standing on big platforms with thousands of listeners saying what he had to say. Now he got millions of listeners and he's saying what he got to say. I mean, everybody ain't gonna agree with everything you do. Everybody don't agree with everything I do sitting on this platform. Everybody don't agree with everything that anybody do, whatever platform you have. They don't agree with it. And that's just the reality of it. They just don't agree with it. And that's what I got to say with it, about it. You know, I feel like that's wrong. Put that man back on that show and cut it out, Annie. Let that man deal with his own backlash. Y'all done said y'all piece about it. Y'all don't agree with that view. Y'all like the homosexuals. Okay, so that's your view. Then put the man back on the show. His view is he don't agree with that, and he don't agree with no form of sexual sin, not just homosexuality, but no form of sexual sin. That's his opinion, and he should be able to voice it. Why? Because we live in America, and that's just how it is. Moving on. So I was watching the Mob Wives, y'all, and baby, let's go on in here and talk about it. So you got Alicia. She's still bent out of shape about the fact that she found out her husband is a cheater. Okay, now Alicia, I'm gonna say this to you, darling, because I know y'all be surfing this thing and y'all be looking at the reviews from y'all shows. I'm gonna say this, honey. You mad at Renee for what? Renee is not your friend. Let me just explain that to you. Renee is not your friend. Renee became your friend because of y'all mutual acquaintance, which is your husband. She was friends with your husband first. You became secondary. That's just the reality of it. So she don't owe you no explanation for nothing. Okay? And furthermore, according to Renee, my man Mr. Eddie, tall guy, he was with everybody on Staten Island before he got with you. So my thing is this: don't get mad, do your research. Don't get mad, do your research. You know what you was getting into, and you know what you was getting. And I'm gonna keep it strictly 100. Strictly 100. even when it comes to my marriage, I knew what I was getting. I knew I had somebody that, you know, I was seeing there every now and then. I knew what I was getting. But the reality of it is, when we get with that person and they say, will you marry me? You expect monogamy. And that's just the reality of it. But he wasn't, what you think, wasn't giving you monogamy because he went out to eat with an ex. That don't have nothing to do with Renee. How is she supposed to know that your man and you had an agreement, don't go out with exes? How is she supposed to know that? So they all sitting down and they eating. And Alicia break it up, and Drita just, you know, go ballistic because Drita just got out of that. And I'm going to say this, whenever you got cheated on, and any woman out there, you can say, oh, I forgave my husband and I don't give it a second thought. Let somebody that look like his type sitting up there and they talking to one another. You side-eyeing them. I don't care what you say. I don't care how safe you are side-eyeing that fool like, okay, yeah, all right now, cut that conversation. Cut it out. Wrap it on up. You know, and that's just the reality of the thing. So what transpired between them was, this is what was happening. Where she was, you know, it's in the back of her mind, like Drita said. And she blew up. Drita basically blew up and told Renee, like, you know, you was in a messed up situation, just face up to it and leave it alone. Let's move on. And so Renee was just letting her know, like, I don't owe you nothing. You know what I'm saying? That was my friend. I'm not about to sit up here and rat on my friend. And y'all already know why, because her husband was a rat and da-da-da. Moving on from that. So it looked like everything is cool. So Renee goes to Drita to go get her makeup done. And oh, Drita, you do some good makeup, boo. She did her makeup. It was flawless. And she goes to have a date with this Dominican guy, which was looking good, pretty good for an older gentleman. And they were sitting there and they were talking and whatever. And they were vibing off one another. And then Renee let it be known, I'm from the mob life. Like, Papa Daddy in jail because of X, Y, and Z. My husband was a rat, X, Y, and Z. Or she says, my child's father was a rat. Whatever. But he was your husband, boo. Sorry, he was a rat, but it is what it is. So he like, I don't care about none of that. I like you. I'm into you. So they about to do a girls' night out. They all like, we just need to get out. And oh, kudos to Drita for taking your daughter to self-defense. That's all I'm saying, baby. Take y'all children to self-defense or teach your child how to defend themselves. It is a hard knock life, especially in the public school system. It's a hard knock life, baby. And you got to be able to defend yourself. And baby girl look like she. Y'all don't want to mess with her. That's all I'm going to say. Leave Drita daughter alone. Girlfriend had muscles for days. That's all I'm saying. And she was handling herself pretty well. So kudos to you for that, darling. But moving on. So they doing the girls' night out. And Renee never seen Natalie in her element. And so Big Ange and Drita like, here we go again. Here she go. So they dancing. And so she just like, yeah, you whores, you whores. And that's she like, did she just call us a W-H-O-R-E? And they all looked at each other. First of all, I don't know what universe. I'm gonna need for young folk. Y'all got to figure out some new names to call yourselves. Bees and calling yourself whores and thoughts and this and that. That is not cool. Y'all need to find new names to call yourself. That's just what it is. Because first of all, those are negative connotations of words. Them are not positive words to put out there to call another woman. And that's just what reality of it. Or calling yourself sluts or tramps or that's not cute at all. Period. Point blank. That is not cute. That's not cute. That's nothing to call yourselves. And that's just what it is, and that's the reality of it. And the thing is this, when it's a generation gap like that, you can tell Natalie is pretty younger than the ladies that's cast on True Blood. And so she don't know what is appropriate or not. And let me just put it out there, Miss Natalie. This is not appropriate. In your words, this is not appropriate. That's not appropriate to call some woman out her name like that. No, especially, woo-wee. And baby Drita was about to bash your head into that thing. And she had to move back because she was like, you know what, I'm trying to respect Renee, but they need to get this chick. They need to teach this little young girl this is not a term of endearment for me. So she goes into that, and then Renee's new guy come in. Everybody like, ooh, he kind of cute, whatever. And so the girl Natalie hugs him, and then does this. When she hug him, she give him one of them. Ooh, you smell delicious. Woo, no, that's a big no. So Drita like, did she just say what I think she said? Do she know Renee is crazy? Renee heard, I want to sleep with you. Renee didn't hear, you know. And so Renee like, okay, it's time to go. Because I'm not trying to get in trouble. I've been doing good. And I got a brand out here. And I'm not trying to ruin my brand. Let me get out of here. And so Natalie does the thing that most people hate. When somebody is heated, it's hard to calm them down. Let them be. If she removing herself from the situation, that's what she needs to do. Let them remove themselves from the situation. And so she removes herself from the situation. But now Natalie does the thing, and she runs after her, and she's trying to tell her, and the guy's like, you know what, just let it go. You know, let it go, calm it down. Miss Glady didn't do that. So Renee like, look, I'm not trying to be embarrassed. I have a man across the street. Listen. That's disrespectful. I don't know no other way to tell you, but that's disrespectful. Nobody will disrespect me like that. And so, needless to say, they all sit down after the incident blows up and happen. And Alicia like, I don't see no problem with it. Now, you know Alicia mad because of the simple fact that Renee didn't jump to her aid when it came to her man. So that's why she mad. So basically, but Alicia, if somebody would have told your man he was delicious, you would have had a fit too. And that's just the reality of it. So don't be getting mad because she handles her business. So anyway, needless to say, so Renee like, well, you know what, I just really want to sit down with her and I want to let her know what's appropriate and what's not. So Natalie goes to talk to one of her friends, and she said, well, I'm done with her. I don't want to talk to her because of this and that and another. And you don't pick no penis before me and all this and that. Whatever. So, needless to say, I am looking forward to the next one because the ladies will be in Vegas and the funk is about to hit the fan because I think Renee and her new guys kind of bumping heads now because of the whole situation. And I guess I don't know his feelings about it all. But I'm going to say this to Renee. That man don't care. Just keep it. Men don't care about stuff like that. He don't care. His thing is, you probably overreacted to him. You know what I'm saying? He probably like, I don't care. She ain't put her hands on me. She ain't trying to be with me. And I ain't definitely trying to be with her. Because she was slapped drunk. She was so drunk she looked like somebody just slapped her around. Okay? So that's just the reality of it. He don't care, baby. So, honey, let it go. Forgive her. And just don't bring your man around a bunch of hens. That's all I got to say. But diamonds, you are the toughest material on the earth, ladies, and there's none like you. Gents, you're no longer boys when you watch this channel, and have joy, love, and be empowered in 2014. Love you all. Mwah.